We are going to start our class today. So it is the session number 4. We have 2 participants, which is Natalia from Medellin and Orlando. Where are you now?
So I live in Facatativá, Cundinamarca, teacher.
Okay, perfect.
It's
So we
near to
have...
Bogotá.
Sure. So it is cold also for you.
Well, there is just a little sunny, but it's cold.
Yeah, all the territory is like that, right? It's
Yeah.
cold. Okay, people. I don't know if you're using your webcams. Are you using them?
Yes, teacher, but I don't know, maybe my webcam is okay. I don't know if you can...
I can see you perfectly.
Okay, thank you.
Can you see me?
Of course, teacher.
Okay, perfect. Nata, do you have your webcam, on?
Okay.
Okay, perfect. So now I can see your faces now.
Okay.
Okay, people. So previous to start our interaction today, I will introduce myself. I am Viviana Velasquez. I am your Lily tutor for today. What else? I have been a teacher for 12 years, more or less. Usually I work on presential classes. This is one of my first stages on working by, let's see, like virtual environments, which is really, really nice, but sometimes difficult to connect, and manage the time, which is really important. But well, finally, we are here today, and I hope you can enjoy the class today, okay? Good?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, teacher, thanks.
Okay, perfect. So for our session, I will share with you my screen. So I need you to tell me if it is possible for you to see the PowerPoint presentation I got, okay?
Okay.
Okay, teacher.
Okay. Now, can you see my screen?
Yes.
So you see yourself. Right. Orlando, can you see my screen now?
Yes, teacher, but yes, that is okay.
Okay. This is the first part we are going to watch, okay? So our session, it's about how to describe a place, okay? So can you tell me, any of you, can you tell me what kind of important components or important issues we have to take into account at the moment of describing places in English?
Well, teacher, I believe maybe it's important to describe the weather and the landscape.
Sure. What else? Continue, please. The weather, the landscape, what else?
The weather, landscapes, I don't know if there are some buildings, we can describe it. So if there are people, we can describe the people as well.
Okay, perfect. Nata, something to complement we have according to what Orlando said?
Okay, but I have to describe this place. I don't know. Is the
No. Tell me the components, or in general, what kind of components do you think are important to describe places in English?
Okay, maybe taking account the colors, the culture. I don't know. So describe maybe adjectives with adjectives.
Okay. So basically, when you describe a place, as Orlando mentioned before, it is important to take into account some different aspects, right? Like weather, location, people, if it is necessary, and maybe it is important. Yes, because sometimes we have only a picture, but when you are really describing the place itself, it's necessary to mention cultural, religion aspects, which maybe make the listener to be more specific or more identified, right, with the specific place you want to describe. So according to these places, we're gonna check some vocabulary. Maybe you remember, or maybe we are listening in the first time, okay? Usually we use some vocabulary like the common ones, right? Like beautiful, old. Oh, another vocabulary you remember from describing?
Hard.
Another one?
And the colors are very important for me because it has beautiful colors like blue, yellow, white.
Okay, so you can describe, of course, the colors are important factors to describe. Like it is a beautiful black, I don't know, like white or shiny place, right? Which also describe adjective from colors, right? But in this case, we have a specific vocabulary. Maybe we can use on the process of the class. Okay, so we have describing places vocabulary. We got the first one is remote. Have you heard that word?
Okay, it's far. The synonym is far.
Okay, it is a far place, which is, it takes longer to get, possibly. Yes? Do you remember, can you mention any remote place, Orlando?
Yes. Yes, teacher.
For example, tell me an idea about a remote place you can describe.
Well, about the remote place, like the desert. It's a remote place.
Okay. Let's hear a second.
Yes, or maybe when I was traveling in another country, so in Egypt, I remember that.
Oh,
it's a remote place.
Really, really far.
Yes, it's really far. I was working in Egypt and in Israel.
Okay, so it is a remote place.
Yeah.
Yes, actually, it is a remote place from here.
Yeah.
Okay. Picturesque. Picturesque place is something that is visually attractive for us. Yes?
Yeah.
For example, in Colombia, is there any picturesque escape or landscape you can remember?
Yes, I can remember Santander, that's it, La Mesa Los Santos. And that place you can find is Sprite. It's a Salto
Okay. I haven't heard about it, but I suppose, well, there is a like historical place or something you cannot forget too easy, right? Okay, there is the word we can use. Now, unspoiled place. What do you understand about unspoiled place? What do you think it is? Any of you?
Unspoiled place. Well, so all of those words are very sound and some similar, but I believe maybe an unspoiled place for me is when I was in the pyramid in Egypt.
Perfect. Yes. So it is an
Jerusalem is another place, unspoiled place.
Sure. Okay. So basically, an unspoiled place is something that humans cannot destroy because of the historical or cultural value, right? As you mentioned, sure, a pyramid, for example, is something that is very loved by people, and it is like the main characteristic of a place, right? And it is not possible to be destroyed. Yes?
Yes. I believe maybe there are in Egypt, there is another place that is very beautiful. So it's an unspoiled place. It's in the Valley of the Kings.
Valley
of the Kings.
Oh.
Valley of the Kings. Yes, it's very beautiful. I believe maybe it's most beautiful than the pyramid.
The pyramids. Good.
Yes,
okay. Nata, what do you think about quaint place? What do you remember, or maybe how can you understand this word? Quaint place, an unusual and attractive place. Can you describe it?
Okay. I like to travel to Machu Picchu in Peru
Okay.
because it's very beautiful. So it has a culture in that. And I saw a lot of photos or pictures about it, but I can or I want to go there
Sure.
because it's
Yes.
very
So,
beautiful. There are a lot of nature, and I love to travel to places with nature, with a lot of nature.
nature,
And
yes.
for
They're really, really nice to enjoy, right? The view, the landscape. Okay, so you can think about Machu Picchu like a quaint place, right? Something that is unusual, right? That is not common, of course, and it's very, very attractive. Very good. Yes, it's a good example. Okay, next one is secluded. Secluded. What do you understand about secluded?
I don't know.
So maybe it's a place where it's very difficult to go to.
To get
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Yes.
to get that it's very difficult to access. Well, I believe maybe that is in Meta. Mm, ah, I forget how it's called. The name is Crystal Canyon.
Oh, right. Yes. Yeah, of
Mm,
course. That is a
yeah,
very famous place. I really want
yeah,
to go there. It's a little
yeah.
expensive from me, but
Yes,
seriously,
not,
you have to pay like 9 million to get there.
yeah,
I mean, 9 million pesos. And it is far. So it is a remote place that is very um, quaint, as we are using the word. Yes. Supposedly it has different colors, right?
yeah, yeah. So it's Crystal River or Crystal Canyon or something about that.
The crystal cannon,
Yeah,
right? Something like that. Yes. Yeah, I remember the word. And of course, is something unusual, right? Because they have different color because of the species, right? Like vegetal species they have into the river.
yeah, yes. It's it's a kind of alga that I remember. Yes.
Sure. Yeah, it is something similar. I don't remember exactly what it produces the colors, but it's really, really nice to see. Well, the pictures, at least. Okay.
So
Mhm.
in English, so you can find alga or well seaweed. No, it's not the correct word. It's alga or alga.
I'm not sure really. I will lie to you if I have the word because I've never used it before. But
Uh,
let
because it's the alga is not the sea. It's in a river.
in a river, yeah. Let's try to find it out a little bit. So, alga in English is, you
Yep.
say?
Yes.
Lingui is a good dictionary if you have some questions about not translator, no, because that is not a good word. So we have the seaweed, algae, or weed.
Algae.
But oh, look, different colors: alga marina, seaweed,
Mm.
One.
alga verde, flor de alga, which I suppose it is the one that is giving the
Yeah.
colors.
Yes,
River,
I believe it does. Algae bloom. Huh? Algae bloom. Yes.
algae bloom.
Yep.
Yes. So we have different words to use
Yeah,
them.
yes. It's
Oh,
different.
we learned a new word together. What is that? The algae bloom.
Algae bloom. Yeah.
I suppose it goes with the colors.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So now let's see another one. Ancient, which I suppose you already used many times.
Yep.
Ancient or historical place. Sleepy, which is a non-active place, right? Something that is very calm, quiet place, right? Dodgy. Have you heard this one? Dodgy?
Dodgy. Yes.
Can
It's
you describe a dodgy place?
well, when I was in Jordan, there is a place. It's very dangerous. We will get about that. Yeah, that is So you can see it. I don't remember. It's in Transformed.
Okay. Well.
It's in
And
Jordania.
yes, in Jordan.
Yeah, no in Jordan, in Jordania.
Jordania. Oh, okay. Well, you have been in different and unusual places.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. I like it. Okay, Nata. Dodgy place you remember?
Oh no, I really stay at home for a long time, but it's on nowhere for me, really.
Okay, but maybe in Colombia you have seen a lot of news, I suppose, and you know some places about Colombia, right? So,
Yeah.
what kind of dodgy places you can consider we have in Colombia?
Well, I believe maybe in the Laja Sanctuary is very dangerous to get over that because in some time it was very difficult to go over there. But I believe today is very dangerous. So
Dangerous.
there are yes. So in fact, there are some other places that is near to the is when you go to from Ibagué to Mariquita, there is the Lost Town or Los
Yeah,
Perdidos.
lost sound. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard
So
of it.
over there is very dangerous. So with my wife, we will go to over that, but people say yes that it is very dangerous.
Okay, right. Anyway, because there are many foreign people, right? So
Yes,
they take advantage a little bit about that.
yes, it's Lost City, Ciudad Perdida. That's the name. Yes.
Okay. Well, good. Let's see another word maybe to talk a little bit more. Shabby. Shabby place,
Yeah.
which is an antique, an ancient, old and touristic place anyway, no? City. Have you heard that one? City?
City. So that's it. The same. Doggy. Doggy.
Okay,
Similar to the
exactly.
doggy.
It's a synonym of dodgy.
Mm.
It is also relating, well, dodgy refers a dangerous place, but also refers to a dirty and like lonely place, you know?
Mm. Maybe
And
like a Machu Picchu. Machu
for
Picchu.
example,
Yeah, for example.
it will be, yes, a lonely place.
Yeah.
And city refers more about activities which are not into the legal conditions of the city, no? For example,
Mm.
in Rio, for example, you can find some traffic, drug traffic, and those things. So it is a
Yeah.
city place,
Yes.
right?
That's
Dangerous at the same time, but it is a illegal activities it has, right?
right.
Okay, another one we have that is very common to use is crowded. I suppose you don't have problems with that, which refers about a lot of or many people inside. Bustling, a bustling place, which is active, alive, noisy, or busy. Can you tell me, Nata, a bustling place?
Okay, crowded and and nosy, and I think Medellin is a busy city, a crowded city because there are a lot of people, there are a lot of cars and motorcycles. So
Right?
um, yes, it's very crowded.
It's crowded, yeah, because we have, it's like a cosmopolitan place, right? In Colombia, it's one of the most famous cities. So
Yeah,
if people are not coming to Bogota because they need some employment or something, they go also to Medellin, right?
right.
Yes, okay.
Medellin is smaller than Bogota.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. It's smaller than Bogota. So maybe so Medellin is
So
something
it's big.
similar like a Bogota. So because Bogota, the capital city,
Yeah.
around the city is Soacha, Suba, Fontibón. There's another municipal. Yes,
Yeah,
it's part of the city, but it's a municipality.
yeah, right. So they have small towns which are now are complementing Bogota, so we are
Yes,
getting
right.
bigger all the time. Yeah. Okay, and we got another one which is polluted, which
Believe it.
contaminated. In this case, Bogota is one of those.
Yep.
Touristic places, cosmopolitan, which represents or goes also with the multicultural environment you can find in the city. Attractive, which is lovely or beautiful, which is very common to use those words. And dull, which refers about a boring or a calm place. In that case, we can say it is similar to sleepy, right? Dull and sleepy, which are going to be synonyms in that way. Okay. Any question about this vocabulary, people?
No, I have to learn that vocabulary because I don't know some of them, or maybe I don't use it.
You don't use it too much. I know, I know.
Uh,
We have different words, but we always go with the most common ones, right? So it's good to know some other different ones that we can find maybe in a book. You know that literature is very specific when they refer to describing places to locate the reader, no? So in that case, we can find these words mostly in books. Okay, now, as we talked at the beginning, we have different possibilities to describe places. In that case, or in order to describe a place, we need to pay attention always to a specific components inside. Now, so we got the location, people, the climate or the weather, and the tourist attractions. So when you describe a location, Natalia, what kind of things you think about describing about that location? I mean, which specific aspects you describe in location?
Okay, the people, the culture, I don't know. Describe them. I have to describe my city.
Not yet.
Aspects, or only aspects.
Yeah, think about in general. What kind of aspects you use when you describe the location of the place? Location, no?
Okay. The culture, the people, food, um, art, um, um, I don't remember at this moment. So, yeah, yes, about places people can enjoy. So,
Okay, all right. Orlando, something you want to compliment about location itself?
Yes, for example, we can say that a specific place is near to a city or is near to a town, or maybe in the geography, the location. We can say this is it among the mountain or the forest.
Yes.
Anyway, so and others, so we can say it about the country as well.
Okay, cool. So basically, you locate the person itself into the surrounders, right? Something that you can find surrounding the location you want to describe. So as you mentioned, important to make there is a forest or they are only streets around. Maybe you can describe the most important building, like the representative building into the city. Maybe the person can heard about that before. So have another idea about that.
Yeah.
It's not good to describe maybe the streets or something like that because people don't know. For example, in my case, I don't know Medellin. It's difficult for me to make a picture about it. I know it's a big city, but I don't know exactly places. No, I know something about Poblado. So maybe you said, okay, Poblado is in the north of the city or is in the south of the city, or yes, maybe you can help the person to locate in that way.
Yes. That specific characteristics or features can help you to locate it about it in the place. So, like you say, poblado. So we can, it's a word, or it's a place that you can reference, or you do like a reference.
Exactly. Right. Even if I don't know the place itself, I've never traveled in there. I know because there is a famous town into or neighborhood into the city, right? So you can help the person to locate in that way. Now, about people, Orlando, how can you describe people to others who are listening to you?
Well, I believe the most important when we want to describe the people is the culture. So the culture is very important because they have the different things to do. So maybe they have different custom in the family or maybe in the social environment. So I believe that is very important, the culture. Another thing is maybe what the people wear. So that can help you. Maybe the French people wear the same clothes like the American people. So they have
Sure.
different.
That's a really important issue, right? Because we always focus on characteristics about personality, which of course is really important. But maybe we can use a little more general aspects, as you mentioned, no, the clothing, the way how they manage religion, right? Or aspects like historical things, right? So all those things can help person to locate into the context what you want to describe, right? So it's
for example, teacher, when I was in Egypt, in the pyramid, so I can find many people also around the world, and Chinese people, Egypt people, Israel people. There's not much because it's very dangerous for them. So but Russian people, Italian people, and Colombian people as well. So, and all of us use wearing the clothing is very, very different.
Right, sure. And we think that, well, we are in a globalizing context right now, no? We can use anything as we want it. But some people continue using their cultural roots, right? And showing them, and they are proud of them. So it is really nice if we, for example, in Colombia, we don't have too much that part, but it will be nice when we talk about Colombia, talking about the cultural aspects we got, even with the most simple thing, which is clothing, right? The indigenous people, they don't use too much, but they have maybe some patterns which we can also appreciate, right? And cultural aspects which some people don't know about it, and even we don't know, right? As Colombian, we don't know too much about that. But yes,
I believe teacher that culture say many of the people.
Right. Good. Okay, Orlando. Very good. Nata, what do you think about people? How can you describe people?
Okay, I can describe and I use the behavior, maybe the psychological characteristics and physical appearance and about the culture and I don't know about their lives.
Sure. Okay. So important. Yes, we can use the general aspects of people, right? Because as you mentioned, physical aspect is one of the most important ones. I mean, like how we can say to make a difference, no? Because it's not the same when you are describing European women as well as describing Latin American women, right? So, for example, European men love Latin American women. So if you describe the person like, hey, she's, I don't know, brunette, like a little well-built and this and that, maybe they have an idea on making a standard of Latin American woman, right?
Yeah, right.
European. We can describe it like tall and blue eyes and blondies as usual. It's the standard. Anyway, we know exists different kind of European women in that case, but we can standardize a little bit the description maybe to get to know a little bit more about that, right?
Teacher, you're right. So, in fact, I would like to say something about that, said Natalia. So, it's about the behavior. So, in Egypt people say, or they can identify a Colombian people because we all the time take a picture. So, you take pictures, take
Oh
pictures.
my gosh.
Colombia, oh, Colombia, amigo, oh, hi. So, but the another people, American people, they just take a pic, but just see they are in front of the pyramid or maybe in another specific place. But we are in all the places. We are
Right.
taking.
I
So
can imagine.
that,
Sure, we are so
yeah,
funny
yeah,
all the time.
yeah,
So
very, very, very funny because they Colombia, hey, Colombia, amigo, hey, they clap, they clap all the time because they say they know that we are very happy people. So and they all the time, hey, Colombia, oh, Colombia, Shakira, oh,
well,
James.
there are some facts that always they describe about Colombian people. No, they are
Yeah,
always
yeah,
associating us with friendly people, and we are always funny. And as you mentioned, no, we are really like a warm characteristic of Colombian people. So it is
yeah, yeah,
really nice because they say all the time, you're happy all the time, you're smiling all the time. So
yeah.
that is a characteristic, behavioral characteristic we got,
Yeah.
like Latin American. Nata,
Mhm.
you want to say something?
I don't know. I agree with you because yes, Latin American people are very lovely, are very kind. I think so.
Right, okay, sure. So it is a really good characteristic to always mention cultural behavior and also psychological aspects. No, we got because we have also wow, as usual on or many countries we have some problems, like politicians and those things. But most of that we have more characteristics and aspects we can share, right, with foreign people. So it is really really nice to see. For example, in here in Bogota, people are always asking us, "Why are you so happy if you are living in a I don't know, a third world context?" So I said, or we always said, no, we are happy because we know we have a lot of things here. We have good food, we have good weather. So people are always like they are like a little concerned about why we are always happy if we are in the wrong
Yeah.
side of the world for being in
In,
the
in fact, teacher, we are in the top 10 of the most happy people around the world.
look at this, we are one of the
Yeah.
happiest
We,
ones.
we are, yes, we are the number 2 because the most people, most happy people, most happiest people,
Happiest.
the happiest, yes, the happiest people around the world is the Fiji Island people.
Oh, look at this, I didn't
Yes.
know that part.
Mm.
Well, and they don't care about uh, material things, no? So maybe that's why they are happier because they
Yeah.
don't pay attention to material things or money or something like that. Just they enjoy lives and they are coming with that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, let's continue now. Also, for describing places, we need to focus on tourist attractions, which of course is the most relevant when you want to um, talk about places people can come here to visit, right? So, for example, in our case, Colombia, what kind of tourist attractions or tourist places can foreign people come to visit? What do you think, Natalia? Let's start with you.
Mm, I'm thinking so. mm, Maybe El Parque del Café. This is
Okay.
a beautiful place because you can share with the family and look at some animals and nature, and you can pass an funny moment. I think so.
Mm-hmm. Okay, perfect. Orlando, tell me.
Well, yep.
How can you make people, I don't know, be attracted to those specific places to visit, no? Because you need to sell an idea about what how Colombia is, and how or what things you can find in here which are relevant more than the typical things they think about Colombia, not drugs, prostitution, and those things, no? So how can you sell to a foreign person the idea to come to Colombia? About the attractions, of course, no?
Maybe there are some places it's very beautiful to go. So, for example, San Andres Islas is an island, but maybe the most people cannot go over there. But I believe that over there you can do scuba diving. Maybe it's very attractive, and for the people coming over there.
Cool. Yes, that is something that we don't know, no? Because, well, I am always in the middle of the country. I don't have any contact with the ocean or the sea activities, but I suppose one of the most relevant things you can have is, as you mentioned, scuba diving and also snorkeling, right? And yes, those things really, really nice, and we can have an idea how foreign people can see our country, no? More beautiful than then, and well, those things. So
maybe here people cannot ride in camels, but maybe can.
Yes.
And riding donkey.
All right. Well, excellent. So let's move a little bit more about expressions we can use to describe it. So those are just suggestions for you to use at the moment you need to describe a place, okay? So we got, for example, it offers when you want to describe different places or activities tourists can see and go and do according to the place. The views are, if you are describing a landscape, no, like a mountain, or you have something near to the sea, so you can describe it in that way. You shouldn't miss, which is an advice, no? Should expresses advices, right? So you said, hey, you shouldn't miss the theater. Yes, you shouldn't miss the squares, like you said, the park. Yes. The atmosphere. The atmospheres refers about the mystic environment you can find according to a place, no? If it is a word.
It's not the same, the social environment, it's not similar? No.
No, the social itself is more, how we can say that? Well, it's also related, no? Because also the atmosphere of a specific place, it is made according to how people behave into the place, no? If it is something that is unsecured and it is dangerous, the atmosphere is going to be dark, you know, like something.
For example, teacher, I can do an example. It's not the same when you are in a concert or maybe in an opera.
Exactly. So, right.
Yeah. All right. Yeah,
behavioral and social items are also taken into account. But it's in general how you relate, no? The people, weather, and physical conditions of the place. So all of them makes the atmosphere.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, it's located in, of course, when you are talking about the location of the place, when you want to focus only on the physical aspect. It's far away from, which is similar to the remote vocabulary we used before. The other one is, what I don't like about it is, if you want to give opinion, not a personal opinion about the place. The good thing about this place is similar. So we are giving a point of view or a perspective about the place. Another, a popular tourist attraction is, as we mentioned at the last part of the components, it's important to mention the most relevant places where the foreign people can go. And it's popular with tourists because of this, because of that. So you got some reasons right, about the places. Another one, it's well known for, so you can use famous locations or famous places. It's possible to, if you want to mention the activities you want people get to know about the place. Another is it's got or it has got, which represents the things, no, the aspects you can find into the place. You can see and it's close to, which refers also to the location. Okay, so we have different expressions we can use right now to describe our places.
Yes. So, teacher, so sorry. So, it's got, it has got, it's similar word. It's a synonymous like it offers.
It's a synonym of, excuse
Yes,
me?
it offers. It offers.
It offers.
Yes, it
Yeah,
has got.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly, because you are describing exactly what you can find into the place.
Yeah.
Perfect. Cool. Okay. I will go to another place in here. Let me find this one. I did a little game for you, maybe to remember the vocabulary we practiced before, okay? So we have 10 tries. I mean, we can make 10 mistakes. The matching exercise I will share with you, okay?
Okay.
Let me. Nata, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. So, oh my dear, wait a second, because sometimes it is not working too fast. Okay, so according to the vocabulary we saw before, man, doesn't want to work. Smells good. Okay, so here, as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 definitions. And we have here some pictures. Can you see them?
Yeah.
Nata, can you see them? Okay.
They are very small, but I can see a little.
Sorry. No, I thought the game could be with bigger, but no, it's not possible. But anyway, I will try to help you out to describe, and maybe you can have an idea, okay?
Okay.
So according to the definitions, we are going to connect definitions with pictures, and you have to tell me the specific vocabulary or the word which defines the picture. Is that clear?
Clear.
Okay. So let's start checking the first one. Any of you can tell me what you think or which picture you think. If you want to tell me the number 1, number 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? In this case, we have 8 pictures. So you can tell me number 1, number 2, number 3, and we can connect, okay? Remember, you have 10 tries. So after 10 tries, 10 mistakes, we are out of the game. Cool?
Excuse me, but I really can't see, so I don't have my glasses here.
Okay, don't worry. If you can listen to me, maybe you listen to the definition. Maybe you tell me which is the word that we already saw before, and Orlandito help us to connect with the picture. Yes?
Yep.
Cool. Okay. So the first one, looking dirty or in bad condition and likely to be involved in dishonest or illegal activities. Which picture do you think is possible to use in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you want, you can tell me right now the word which describes that word. That
I think is there 4? I think so. I don't know. The
1
4 picture.
word. This one?
Uh, but I believe it are likely to be involved in dishonest or illegal activities.
Mhm.
So maybe, well, in my computer I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 big, but could I see the last one, please?
This is the last one.
Yeah, the last one. So let me take. In New York, yeah.
Yeah, kind
Okay.
of.
Yes.
Looking dirty. Remember the word. Looking
Yes.
dirty or in bad condition. Unlikely to be involved in dishonest or illegal activities. Which is
Teacher.
the word?
So the second one is a beach.
It is like a shore. Like a
Yes, yes, yes. It's a shore. Okay.
to the sea, or in that case will be a lake or something similar.
Yes, but over there is the yellow color is a house.
Yeah, they are small houses like
Okay.
bungalows or something like that.
Okay. Yeah. Well, so because maybe the first one is a dirty place and in bad condition, and maybe because it's in the street is propitious for illegal activities. But
Okay.
I would like to see another one. I don't know if Natalia is agree with me.
Do you agree, Nata, with the first picture?
Yes, I agree.
Okay, so this one and this one, as mentioned, Mr. Yes, it is. What is the word we learned today to describe illegal on dirty places? What is the word? You remember?
Oh, wow. Doggy?
Doggy,
Dangerous?
okay, it's dirty in bad conditions, but remember it refers also to illegal activities, something
Ah,
that
yes. Illegal. Oh. So let me share. Okay, remove picture.
uh-huh. What? What is the word? What do you think is the word which can describe this?
City.
City. Yes,
Yes.
perfect. Which is unsafe and risky.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
illegal things you can find.
Yep.
Good. Excellent. Okay, this is one. We have one. Now, second one. It is full of busy activity. Busy
Mm.
activity. So we got two, three, four. Check the pictures.
The last one.
Word. The
I
last one.
believe. Yeah. I don't know, Natalia. You agree?
Mm,
You agree?
I can see the picture. Yes,
Yes, it's
I
in
agree.
New York. It's in New York. It's the Empire Street. So you say, Tisha?
Yeah,
Yes.
sure. That is the main street in next to the Empire State Building. You get a lot of people going through all directions. So, is that the word, the pictures you can connect?
So, well, or maybe we can see as another one. The third one.
The words, the third, one, two, three. This
Uh,
one,
no, no,
it
no,
is a
no.
city with a lot of, I don't know, cloudy stuffs.
Uh, no, we can share another description, teacher.
Another one different from that? What?
Yes.
Okay. The third one says, to make an area or substance, usually air, water, or soil, dirty or harmful to people, animals, and plants, especially by adding harmful chemicals.
Mm,
Nata, tell me. To make an area.
I don't know. Maybe it's the fight picture or the fit. The
One,
fit
two, three, four. One, two, three,
fit
four, five.
or
This
fit.
one,
I don't know.
six. This one,
Yes,
No,
I think.
no, because that is a city. is
is
near. Yes, it's near to the sea.
yes,
Mm.
it is Santorini, right? I love Santorini place. It's the best one.
That is in Italy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, in Italy,
Or
yeah,
or in
Italy or Greece. I am not sure about. I think it's in Greece.
Greek. Okay. Yes, yeah, I believe that. So because the most cities in Greek are white, but maybe that's it's over there in Santorini or
Right.
maybe in Italy.
In
Yeah.
Italy. I am not sure right now, but I don't know. It's a dreamed place. I want to go there anyway. Italy or Greece, that will be nice for me to go on vacation.
Yeah.
Okay, people, but look at the definition we got here. Not to make an area or substance, usually air, water, or soil, dirty or harmful. What is harmful?
Oh my goodness. Sorry.
No problem. That's okay. What is harmful? Nathan, do you remember?
Harmful. No, I don't remember.
Orlando, do you remember harmful?
No, but I can check.
That is well, harmful is something that is dangerous.
It's dangerous.
Useful. No, it's a synonym.
Dangerous for
Harmful.
people, animals,
Useful.
and plants.
Well, I believe that 1, 2, 3, the fourth one.
The fourth one here.
Yes.
Nata, do you agree? Look at this. It's chemical reactions. Something that is not good for the environment.
Because the fifth one is as well, but I don't know what is.
Well, but this is black and white, actually.
Yeah, the black and white. What place is that?
It's an ancient city in USA, but it's not a specific place.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I will help you with that one. So yes, chemical reaction goes with, excuse me, this one and this one. You said,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So in that case, yes, it is the word, but remember in this case, we got what? Produced by cars, by industries,
Yes.
right? So
Yes.
the word to describe
Many pollution.
pollution. So the word is polluted. Yes, which is
polluted.
contaminated.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good. Next one. Attractive because of being unusual and especially old-fashioned. Special and unusual. We have 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Which one do you think is possible?
Maybe
And
the 7, I don't know. Because
The
there are a lot of nature. Maybe the 7.
or maybe
I don't know.
this. So we
I'm
are
not sure.
okay. So we classify this or this. That's good. What do you think, Orlando? Which one could be?
The first one.
Tell me.
The
This
third one. First one. Third.
The third.
One. Yes, the third one. Because it's attractive and it's unusual and especially it's old-fashioned.
Okay. Good. Let's see. Oh, it's not.
No, it's not. Okay.
But well, they anyway. Yes, I understand why you say the idea, but they look like fashioned, old-fashioned, and everything. Yeah, but an unusual, something that is not common.
So I don't know the third.
We already say this one, and there is not.
A lot of colored houses. I think so because it's unusual for me. I don't know.
The third one. This yes, Nata, but we already have that, and it's not the choice.
But it's not the choice. Yes.
So what about
you go with the second or the third? I don't know.
You say 7, right? Possibly Santorini is an unusual place, an old-fashioned.
Yes. Yes, I believe.
Let's try. Oh, yes, it is. But yes, the number 3 and 7 look similar.
Congratulations, Natalia. Yeah.
That's a good one, Nata. Okay, perfect. Let's see the next one. It's similar anyway. Attractive in appearance, especially in an old-fashioned way.
Yes. Maybe the first.
The third one.
Yes.
So maybe we can connect them. And yes, it is similar to Santorini, but Santorini is more unusual, no? Because it's like a mountain, but it's next to the sea. So maybe that will be the difference, right? While the other, they have more antique, I don't know, like construction, or the buildings look older. Yeah, it will be possible for that. Maybe that's the reason.
So in fact, they say it's attracted in appearance.
Appearance.
Yes.
And what is the word in the vocabulary we word?
Okay. It's picturesque. 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 Picturesque.
Picturesque.
Picturesque. Yeah.
Attractive. Picturesque. And the word of Santorini, which is an unusual, old-fashioned, will be, what is the word?
Quaint.
You have the copy in there.
Quaint.
Quaint. Yes.
It's an unusual word.
That's cool. That's a good part. Yes. Quaint, an unusual, attractive place.
Yep.
Yes, because Santorini is attractive, but it's an unusual construction, I guess, right? Cool. Okay, next one.
Okay.
Quiet, private, and not near people, roads, or buildings.
The second one.
Second one.
Yes. I don't know if you agree, Natalia. So if there are but
I can see the picture now. Really.
and not no. No, I believe no. Because say it quite private and not near people, roads, or buildings. Yes. Because it's not a house exactly. It's a camping.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of a cabin thing. So you say that is number 2. Okay.
The number 2.
Not that you cannot see the picture now?
No. Yeah.
No? Okay. Let's think about the vocabulary. If I say that is quite private and not near people, roads, or buildings, what is the word which goes with that definition?
That is seclude. Seclude.
So you say secluded, isolated.
Yeah.
Cool. Very good. Yes. So let's see if it is the word we need. Yes, we got it. Perfect. And the other one, we say not interesting or exciting in any way. Not interesting or exciting in any way. Get picture number 8. What is that? Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Is the 6? 5 is 6.
7 and 8.
Yes, 5. Okay, the 5. Yep.
And
yes. The 5th one. Yeah, the 5th one.
Okay, so the 5th one you say it's not interesting, it's the normal, nothing to do. Okay. And yes, it is the word. And in the vocabulary we were working, what's the word?
Yes, that is chubby.
Any other word you remember? Before I showed you. No, Nata? Any other to describe?
Sleepy.
Sleepy place.
Yes, it's a sleepy place.
Inactive place.
Yeah, because it's not interesting.
Exactly, it is not
Black
interesting.
and white.
That's the
maybe
of the black and white.
I believe maybe that's in China, in Beijing. That's a place. Beijing is over there.
It is a shabby place.
Yes. So it's very polluted as well, like in the 4th one. So
Yes.
I believe it is not interesting.
Okay, perfect.
And there are a lot of people, and the country is very small. I think so.
Oh, so yeah, it's
Tiny.
kind of hard to make something exciting, no, because of the rush people and everything going around.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's a calm place, no? That is totally the opposite when you don't have anything to do, like in small towns, no? For example, I don't know, here I have been in, what is the name, Flandes and those places which are smaller.
Well, Flandes, Girardot, and Melgar.
Exactly that. Well, Melgar, you can go and dance a little bit.
Yeah, yes, you.
There are some others like you are like, oh my gosh, what can I do? It's so boring.
In
Yeah,
Flandes,
for example,
very, very, very hot.
and it's exactly that's the part. No, you are always under hot pressure and you don't have anything to do, so it's really really boring.
Uh,
My experience was like that. I don't know. So yes, vocabulary. You can describe it like shabby,
yes.
sleepy, or remember we got another one which is dull. Yes, a dull.
It's boring. Yes, yes, dull.
Perfect. Okay, so we have two more. Busy activities, full of busy activity, or the last one is a beautiful place because it has not been changed or damaged by people.
It's the
No
seventh
change,
one.
no damage.
The seventh one.
The seventh,
Yep.
Nata?
Yeah, yeah. And I agree. Yes.
Agree. Perfect. Yes, we got it.
Who want to be millionaire?
That's you own it. Bitcoins. We have to work with Bitcoins.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, money. Cool. Yes. So the word, according to the vocabulary we learned, is
Yes. That is remote.
remote. What
Yes,
else?
it's unspoiled.
Unspoiled.
Yeah.
Yes. So we have unspoiled, which is
Yeah.
not destroyed at all.
Yeah.
Continue with the historical components, right?
Right.
Cool. Excellent.
And
So
the last one, what's that? I would say then the first. The
yeah,
last one.
the last one, you were right. So busy of different activities. Yes, like New York, like Bogota, like
New York.
Medellin. I suppose people are in a rush. So
Yep.
basically, you get 81 points in 20 minutes. 20 minutes for vocabulary, people. Good. And we have 3 mistakes, which is not too much. Good. Excellent. Did you learn the vocabulary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
And
So now,
okay.
tell me, Nata.
Okay, I have a question because could you share a vocabulary before the class in order to practice and know the vocabulary? And because I think a lot of vocabulary I didn't know. So it's very difficult to participate if I don't know the vocabulary.
No problem. That's the idea. No, you listen. Maybe you can complement your knowledge with the comments of your partners. In this case, Orlando helped us a lot about description of places you have visited. So yeah, sure, because it's a cooperative learning. You know, so it is. I didn't know this word. I can complement it with another one, and so on. So I really enjoy this kind of activities because we can. Now I am here again. Because we can participate together. No, it's a constructive and significant experience anyway to learn, right?
Yeah,
So don't worry, because I suppose you learned some vocabulary today, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
I learn a lot of vocabulary.
A lot of vocabulary you can use.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so in general, I hope you can or you could enjoy my activity. I had some things to fix. Maybe the pictures need to be a little bigger because it's difficult for you to see them. But I suppose you remember the vocabulary and definitions when you describe it again, no? The places.
Yep.
So the evaluation part of the activity. Can you please describe the cities you are living in trying to use the vocabulary we saw through the class, right? Or of course, complementing with more vocabulary you remember, okay?
Okay.
Who wants to start?
Okay. Um,
Natalia.
I can start. Okay. So
Cool.
I live in okay. I don't live in Medellin exactly. That I live in a town near Medellin, close Medellin. I don't know if you know Narinilla. It's a big town. There are a lot of people, and it's very popular for the music and arts. So there are a lot of bars and discotheques. A lot of people from other towns near mine uh, come here on weekends.
Mhm.
And you can enjoy theater. I don't know the pronunciation.
Theater.
So,
Theater.
o- okay, you can watch some movies. So it's a big town because it's improving. Um, I don't know. They have a lot of courts or fields where people can do exercise.
Mhm.
So I don't know. It's beautiful for me because I love my town. And I
Perfect. What
think
about the weather, Nata?
what?
What kind of the weather? The weather, the climate
Ah, the
condition.
weather is cold. The weather is cold really, but I love the cold days really because I don't like the sun or the hot days.
Oh, okay, okay. I love sun. I mean, today it's really, really cold and freezing. My feet are like ice. But I prefer sunny days, actually. Okay.
Sunny but no hot, not very hot.
Oh, okay, okay. Yes, that is a big difference anyway. Yes, hot and sunny is so different. But in Bogota, when it's sunny, well, at least a little hot, that will be nice. Cool. Okay, thank you, Nata. So, Orlando, can you please describe the place you're living in?
Well, currently I live in Facatativá, Cundinamarca. So I was born in Bucaramanga, so that it's a different places, different city. So, but Facatativá is a small town, is close to Bogota. Maybe it's very far away to Medellin. So, well, the weather is cold as well. It's similar. I believe it is. Colder than Bogota. So, but the place is beautiful because the landscapes in the outside in the county it's very beautiful. So there are different places where you can go. So like and I cannot remember. It's Pajuil. It's a mountain, Pajuil Mountain. I can remember that's it the name. So is a beautiful landscape. You can go over there. So in the city, there are a part is Piedra del Tunjo part. Is a very beautiful place where the Indian people live over there. So and there is our archaeological. That is an spoiled place because all the culture to this the people of the region that was live over there. So all the buildings are over there. So and it's very beautiful. It's an ancient place. So and the people now can go to do like in all the parts in any part do exercise and take a pic as well. So it's very beautiful. So well I said it's called the place.
What about the people?
Well, well, the people. Um, what could I say? The people. Uh, is kind. Some people, not all the people is kind. But yes, I really, because maybe because it's different culture. So in Santander, people is very kind, they're very happy. But here, maybe what the climate, I believe maybe because the weather is cold and maybe all the family are inside the home. So I believe maybe for that reason the people is not similar like in other places. So people here in Facatativa like to drink, they are all the time drinking. So I don't like the alcohol. I don't like the fact, but well, it's the culture. We can do that anything. Well, but there are some small places because there are just two malls. So El Portico and another one is El Portico and Nova Park, but they are very small malls. But just one in the Portugal, you can find a field, when you can go to. Mm, attractive part? No, there is no attractive part. Maybe the most people go is around the town. For example, in Bojaca, because over there is the Virgen de la Salud, or the yes, Virgen de la Salud is in Bojaca. It's a beautiful place. It's close to Facatativa. It's just 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It's very, very close. And another one is if the people want to go to a warm place, they can go to Villeta. I don't know, maybe teacher, you know that?
No,
Yes.
like
Yes,
take all the
Villeta
time.
or is 1 hour. Yes, it's like 1 hour. And the other place is La Mesa or La Vega in Marcas. So both places are very similar distance. So maybe 45 minutes you can get over there. So
Okay, cool. Excellent description about it. Yeah, I remember those places because I used to go there when I was a kid. Now
the,
I am working all the time, so I cannot go. I'm all the time on like I said, cold places. So no, not possible. But yes, excellent. I like that description. Okay, in general, people, I really enjoy this talk, this conversation. Of course, we need to practice a lot of vocabulary. That is the
yeah,
process is complementing all the time. So I advise you, please, to check a little bit. In internet, we can find a lot of lists, maybe from vocabulary uses, so you can um, make your vocabulary wider in this case, no? Because if you want to present an exam or something which help us to know the level, the command level you have about English, it is necessary to work on vocabulary most of the time, no? Because grammar, maybe we can know and we can check some general resources about grammar, but vocabulary is the base of everything. So that's really, really important for you to work. Natalia, we need to work a little bit more on pronunciation. Yes, and fluency, of course, because of vocabulary and everything. It's connected anyway, but a little more pronunciation things, no? Do you practice pronunciation with something? I mean, like I don't know, listening to music or watching television or something like that?
Okay, I like to listen to English rock music because this is my favorite music.
Excellent.
And yeah,
Yes.
I listen to a radio station from Baltimore in order to improve too. And I try to listen to the radio station all day. So I try to learn some expressions and some pronunciation.
Mm-hmm.
And I watch some videos in
Okay.
English language.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah. The important is that you continue in the process, no? Because that is kind of difficult. I don't have the best pronunciation ever, so I need to continue working on that. But I don't know. Maybe an advice for you. Remember to try to imitate the
Yeah.
sound. Because basically when you learn a language, you are imitating something different from your mother tongue. No, so it's more like trying to get a little more the accent from the others.
Yeah.
Yes, so maybe
yeah.
when you television, you imitate the pronunciation, no? Like hello, hello, hello. So you make different expressions, faces expressions, and the way how to articulate the mouth makes you be closer to the real accent or pronunciation you want to get. No, so it's better for you maybe to imitate the sounds, practice and repeat one word many times as the moment you say, hey, this word sounds better in this articulation or in this other articulation. Yeah, so it's a little idea maybe I can give you to change a little more the pronunciation style you have at the moment. But in general, it's okay, no problem. It's a process and we need to continue working on it. Good?
And I want to, I don't know, study a little phonology.
Phonology.
Yeah, yeah. Because yes, I need to improve my pronunciation, and I need to increase my vocabulary. I know.
Yeah, that's normal. That's in general. Every time, every day, you learn something different. Today we learned something different. What was the word, Orlando?
Well, for example, picturesque,
Is
spoiled, want, seclude,
Mhm.
sleepy,
And when you said alga, how do you say the alga thing?
algae, yes.
Alga
Algae.
bloom. We learned something. Yeah. So every day we learned something we never used before. I never used the word before, but I learned it today. I hope we can retain it because sometimes we forget. Now some words we know. Yes, I have used this word many times, or I listen many times, but I never use it. So that is a normal process we got. But it is good. You are doing well, Nata. So excellent. Keep working on that, and that is good for you to work. Phonology is kind of difficult because you need a guide, no, a person who can help you to articulate and make the sounds in different ways, how to put the tongue, everything. But basically, is I would say there is more imitation. So try to imitate the sounds from I don't know, television, TV series or something like that. So you can create your own perspective of the language. You listen, okay, that is the correct pronunciation. I can repeat the same as at the moment you get the word, you repeat many times and you said, this is the word, repeat it, repeat it, repeat it until you get the correct accent. Good?
Yeah, okay.
Cool. Orlando.
Yep.
What's the difference when you say they like to drink and they like drinking?
Well, the difference. Well, yes, they like to drink and they like drinking. Both are okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
what's the difference?
Sorry?
What's the difference? They both are good, yes, but what is the
but
difference?
really there is no difference because, for example, I like drinking, I like to drink. So the only difference in this case I am using and is a verb infinite gerund. I can use the gerund after the like that it's a verb, that verb. So I can use an infinitive or gerund. I can use both words.
Okay.
I like to drink or I like drinking. I can use both because it's a special verb, and when I can use a infinitive verb or gerund verb.
Okay. Well, yes, actually you can use both, but there is a difference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can say.
Sure.
I think so. I think so. So drinking is a noun, and drink or to drink is a verb because you have to make nouns have a ing. I don't know. For example, to
Yes.
paint is a verb, and painting is a noun.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's valid, yes, of course, because as you mentioned, you can create the nouns according to verbs. Yes, linking is a noun. Sorry, drinking is a noun. But in this case, it's more about the verb. It's used as a verb, right? It's
Okay.
valid. If you said, I like drinking, it's like, me gusta la bebida, right? It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to say, me gusta beber, which is the verb, um, it is possible to use to or ing, but there is a difference. When you use ing, you are referring about your preferences. Yes. So when you describe all the things you really like, you have to use ing. So you said, I like drinking, I like sleeping, I like eating, I like reading books, right? Which refers about the action, but like a preference. Good. When you use I like to drink is because at the moment when I am speaking, I want to drink something. You know? So you said like a wish, like a desire at the moment. You said I like to drink a coffee because I'm really cold.
It's more an action. It's not a lie. It's more an action.
Exactly. Yep. At this moment, I really want to drink coffee, right?
I mean,
it is really important at the moment when you speak, right? When you say, I like to watch a movie, it's because I have a desire at the moment. Different when you said, I like watching movies.
Watching movies.
All the time like it.
Yes. Yes, thank you so much. Because the meaning is different, no?
Sure. But in the translation part is the same thing. So you said, well, but translation is equal. The intention is different.
The intention, yeah, you're right. So, but in general, I believe that here the Infacatativa people like to drink and drink all the time.
Sure. Both intentions are good at the moment. Right.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So we learned something different today. Perfect, people. Any questions, suggesting, comment, possible problem you got with this vocabulary?
No. I believe that maybe I would like to give you both you and Natalia. So maybe an advice in learning language. So in specific English and most language. So I can learn that the pronunciation is very important. So, but I could give you an advice. So, because many people say, what is the correct pronunciation on a specific word? I'm going to do an example. Water is an American English. Water is an UK language. And water is an Australian. So, and maybe we can find many ways of say any word. So that's it different. Water, water, and maybe there are some more different ways to say all the pronunciation of one word. So, but don't worry for that. So my advice is you have to something like so well the idea is this is if you want to learn a specific language, for example, you can focus, or you can just focus in American English because you want to travel over there, so you focus in that language, in English language. But it maybe if you want to work in Europe, maybe you focus in British or in UK language. So, and that's kind of English. And that's it the same. If you want to work in Australia, so you have to learn that specific language. It's different. Well, the structure of the English is the same, but the pronunciation is different. The way they say something is very different. I'm going to say another example. So in USA, people use pants to refer to the jeans, for example, just pants. But pants in UK, in the British English, the meaning is different because it's underwear. Yes, so they use its trouser. This is when they are worn to refer about different. So, I mean, there are many ways. There are many stress, and you can learn. So, but don't worry for how can pronunciation. What is the correct pronunciation? I have the opportunity to learn and many accents. So, because when I was working in Egypt, I working with British people, and just one was he was Irish, yes, Ireland. Yes, but Irish, he was Irish, or he is Irish, and the pronunciation is very, very, very different. So it's in English, but in British they have 5 different ways to pronunciation. So it's similar like in Colombia, because for example here in the La Costa, so in Medellin people talk different. Santander, in Bogota, in Pasto, and all around the places people talk different. So another example in Latin America, Venezuela, Colombia, Argentina, and Uruguay, so they talk different. I would like to give just another example. An American person asked me, and I'll ask something about how is the correct pronunciation of caballo. And they asked me, Coco from Colombia, and another friend said they were from Uruguay, and caballo in Colombia, the pronunciation is caballo. But in Uruguay, they pronounce caballo. What is the correct pronunciation? I cannot say anything. They say caballo. Well, learn caballo. But if you go to Colombia, learn caballo.
And there are a lot of different expressions in different regions.
Yes, it's because the culture is very, very different. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Orlando, for the presentation. Anyway.
Thank you.
Okay, perfect. So people, to conclude, I hope you really enjoy this word. I try to make my best, because it's difficult to get the technology work all the time as we did it, because today we didn't have any problem with internet connection or something, because I know sometimes it's difficult. But in general, I hope you can practice this vocabulary. Remember, we need to add a lot of words to make our vocabulary wider. So don't forget to practice a lot. And remember, these kind of sessions, you have to enroll, yes, in the format the teachers always send to your courses or your classes. Remember, every single week you have to write on your name if you want to participate in the activities. Okay, don't forget, guys, always weekly ideas, no? So you have to write it on all weeks according to the scale you need.
Okay,
perfect. So questions, or that's everything for today? Nata?
It's about the next class. So what is the topic for the next week?
Oh, I'm not sure. Let me see. The next topic will be, can graffiti ever be considered art? We're going to talk about graffitis and art.
Okay, thank you.
So maybe you can check a little more vocabulary. We have a little more preparation. That's perfect to have our intervention. So if you want to have the class with me again, remember I am next week again on Saturday. Or if you prefer to work on weekdays, you have another different tutor who can help you with the sessions. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much for your participation. I really appreciate it. I enjoy it, and thank you for being here today on your day off, I suppose, to practice with me. Okay?
Thank you so much, teacher.
Okay, so see you in the next opportunity. Don't forget to continue working on it.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, guys.
Have an excellent
week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, Natalia. Bye, Viviana.
Bye-bye.